What is up? We are back on OPLegends, and today we are on Gens for, well, the brand new Gens season. So this new season is actually releasing on Saturday at 3 p.m. EST. If you're watching this video and it's more than 24 hours old, that means the server is open. The IP is up on the screen, zap.oplegends.com. Make sure you do come try it out because it is the literally best and most fun Gens server in Minecraft. Oh yeah, and then quick thing is that we are doing a 2,500 credits giveaway. Firstly, let me throw up the last giveaway winner there on the screen, and then to enter this video's giveaway, all you have to do is comment your in-game name. Something that is pretty cool though, by the way, is OPLegends now gives away a free rank on the server. You can claim this by going to their store. All you have to do is literally type in your IGN, your Minecraft username, and then you can claim the free rank. So yeah, do that if you want a free rank. But yeah, I want to get started and kind of like show you how to play Gens, and then in my actual first video, I'm just going to get right into it, and I won't really explain like what I'm doing too much there. But when you do first connect to the server, you're given these default items. We have a hoe, we have a companion storage, a pet storage, a backpack, and leather armor. And then we also have these 3 melon block generators. But as you can see, we have these different leather armors, and these are the starter armors, and you can see that they actually have levels to them. And as I do level this up, it'll increase its tokens multiplier. To level it up, all you have to do is either farm, mine, or forage in the forest. There's this entire like guide quest system. I always like to do this because they teach you how to play the game and they give you a bunch of items, so it's definitely worth doing. But yeah, we're gonna travel to the starter farm, and then if I go ahead and break a few blocks, you will see that the armor will start to level up. And as you can see, I'm slowly making progress to level 2. But yeah, farming is like the main way to get XP on the server. When you get XP, you start gaining levels, and then when you have enough levels, you can slash prestige. And anytime you do prestige, what this will do is reset you back to level 1. But with being a higher prestige, you start unlocking a bunch of these enchants. Usually enchantments are locked by prestige levels, but yeah, you unlock enchants as you progress through the different prestiges. You also earn something called prestige upgrades, which are these points that you can spend into these different boosters. There's the EXP upgrade, gems, money, and tokens. And then you also unlock brand new farms, which you can kind of see right here, the Rabbit Hill. This requires prestige 10, and because I have it, I can now enter it. So yeah, that's pretty much how prestiging works. And then the different worlds you can travel to, like the mining area and then the forest, these are also locked behind prestiges. But this is what Gens is mainly about, is the actual generators. How you get to your island is by typing /realm or /islands. This here is my gen island, and what I can do is place down these melon generators. It gives you by default, and it'll then drop items every few seconds. I think it's either every 15 seconds or every 30 seconds, but when it does drop, we can then collect those items and then sell them for money, which right there, the 3 melon slices. These are worth $8 each, so if I /sell, I just made 26 money. I made more money than that though because I actually had the crops in my backpack, so that's why I made some more money there. But the really unique thing about this gen server is they have stacking. What I mean by this is if I placed on this gen and then I left click it, I can stack any gens together. So literally I don't have to build a huge crazy farm. I can just buy, like I have 5,000 generator slots. If I open up the gen shop, I can just buy a crap load of these, and then I can just stack all of these into the gen. And right there, we now have like 60 gens in this spot. As you see, it dropped 56 melon slices. This makes things so much more convenient, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable too, because I just want to play the game and grind and make money. I don't want to have to build a ginormous farm. They also have like a bunch of different things like chunk collectors, and you can like place on the chest that will pick up all the drops, so you don't even need like water and hopper. And then if you take a look at this, I've never actually gotten into this in the gen season, so we're definitely going to do it in the next couple videos. But we have a broken realm core. In order to access this, you need to put 640 copper ingots into it, and then if we upgrade it, we can then like start getting boosters like faster generator drops, more gen drops, more sell value, and then all that other good stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you what mining looks like. And typically the order you go in is you do some farming, you get your gens placed down. When you hit prestige 10, you go to the starter mine. After that, you go to the starter forest. Now of course there's a bunch of other things on the server like crate keys. They have these tool perks which are cool, so you get these from like doing the whole like tutorial thing, but you can also earn so many free credits on the server. Like you can get like 2,000 free credits from just completing these milestones, and then you also can get those tool perks as well. So yeah, that's how you get like a bunch of like OP items that you can also find in like loot boxes and stuff. But the tool perks are cool. It's kind of like an RNG mechanic. If I go to my perks menu right here, I can roll a random perk on this tool. Like that just gave me gems perk 5, which that gives me an 80% booster on the gems currency. So if I gain 100 gems, I actually gain 180 gems. So yeah, that's how that works. But yeah, let's go to the starter mine. Now I'm in like the super late game mine. If I type /mines maybe /warps, I'll go to the starter cave just to show you what it looks like. But basically this is where you mine the copper, coal, and iron. You can go ahead, buy a bunch of like enchants and stuff. Honestly, the best thing is fortune though, because you get more ores. Because I also have a ton of prestiges, I'll just like max upgrade my tool to get like a really high level pickaxe. This just allows me to mine a lot faster. But yeah, like we can basically like mine these ores, and then what we end up doing with them is, well, firstly, the copper ingots, I can use those to repair that realm core that I showed you just a little bit ago. You can also use them for forging items, and this is how you can get better armors and something called totems. The other thing though is that coal is actually in every mine. It's not used for forging like items, but you can use it to speed up the forging time, which is awesome. Kind of like a cool like little mechanic they added in, but I think this should be enough to forge a couple things. Now I don't remember where the guy, oh yeah, he's over here. The forge guy's over here, but you can also type /forge. Now if I talk to him, if I want to forge some armor, you can see that the copper chestplate, for an example, is a 0.5x multiplier, whereas look at this, our leather starter chestplate is a 0.08x. like it's like nothing. So getting these better armors are worth it. I can click on this to start the forge, but as you can see, it takes 30 minutes to forge this. I can either use a bunch of coal to skip the timer or credits. I'll just use credits because why not? And now we have a better multiplier, and this one is actually for EXP, which is super worth it, by the way. You want high EXP multipliers to then level up faster. We then also have totems though. We can forge different tier totems. Like this one is between a 0.15 and a 0.2x tokens or EXP multiplier. I'll just get a bunch of the tier 1s, and then I'll skip these, and as you can see, I got myself a small tokens multiplier, and oh, this one's a large tokens multiplier. But yeah, you can like get EXP ones as well, which right there, that's an EXP multiplier. So I can equip those, and then if you type /totems, this is where you can kind of see them all. You can unequip them by clicking on it, and yeah, that's pretty much how that works. Mining is super crucial because as you get to higher tier mines, you unlock all these different forges, which end up having like crazy totems. Like this is between 12 and 15x multipliers. I've probably never made it past like the gold or redstone though, so maybe we'll try aiming for like the last mine in the videos during the season. And yeah, anyways, after you finally get to prestige 30, you unlock the forest. Now in this new season, I didn't really mention this much in the beginning of the video, but all they've been doing is just fine-tuning the game, balancing it, making it more fun, making the progression like as fun and as like fast as possible. So really this season is quite similar to last season, except they've done a lot of changes and has taken a bunch of player feedback to make the server better. Literally what OPLegends does, which not a lot of servers do, after every season they just listen to the community and they'll just like make changes based on your suggestions. So if you have anything to suggest about the server, definitely make sure to join their Discord. Now what the foresting is all about is, let me just like max upgrade my tool so I can break it faster. But you mine the different woods, and I'm gaining a currency called acorns. Acorns kind of tie into the companions, and I haven't really showed you this, but after I mine a few more logs, I will show you that. Okay, so yeah, basically what you can do with acorns is, if I click on my companion storage, there are these things called companion upgrades, and you spend acorns to upgrade these. For an example, the companion multiplier upgrade, this will gain extra multipliers for each level on your companion. I can upgrade this a bunch of times. The next one is the over level upgrade. This will increase its max level, which means even more boosters. We have the tamer upgrade, increase your companion EXP gains by 5%. That's pretty useful. The golden chance upgrade, gain an extra chance for a companion to get hatched as a golden. And then also the same thing for the rainbow. So when I open up this pet egg, you can see we have all these different pets, and if I open, let's say 50 of them, I guess I can only open one at a time, but these hatch, you get a random companion. And for an example, this koala is a rare and it's a very low multiplier. We then have a panda, which is a bit of a higher multiplier, but as these do level up, they like gain way greater multipliers. But if you can look next to the rarity, it says normal. That is like the status of it. And if I had, let's say 5 of these companions, I can take these and combine them all together to upgrade its status. And when I do that, it'll increase its base multiplier, so it'll just make it even more overpowered. But yeah, that's pretty much like the core overview of the game. And I guess the other thing I didn't really show, there's the hoe tool, the axe tool, and the pickaxe tool. They all have a large variety of enchants, which you'll be able to see if you either log on or watch my videos for this next season. They're all pretty cool. There's a lot to go through, and a lot of them do get pretty crazy. Like there's a stampede of a bunch of animals that run around the farm and just like eat all the crops. There's definitely definitely a bit more to the server though. Definitely come try it out. I'm gonna wrap it up there though. I will see you all on release, and yeah, I'll see you later.